When it comes to tradition in high school football,
Let's go, Dogs!
2 area schools stand above all others.
Don't get beat deep. You got me? Do not get beat deep.
The Bolles Bulldogs.
We're going to have to prove to them if we want to win this football game, we want to win this game more than they do.
And University Christian. Combined, they've won 20 state titles. Tonight, a chance to take one step closer to another championship.
Have fun, go hard, and you'll come out on top.
The Blitz is on.
This is Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Subway Restaurants.
Love your teammates, play for them, play for everybody in the circle. And send these chumps back to Tallahassee where they belong. Let's go!
Let's go! David Penland III firing up his UC squad. The Christians chasing title number 10, their most recent championship back in 2016. That could change in just a couple of weeks. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a playoff edition of the Subway Friday Night Blitz. I'm Dan Hicken. The fellas are out everywhere tonight. Why? Because we're talking playoffs. Let's go over what we got and what we're looking at tonight. We got Union County in 1A with a real tough one. They're taking on Madco. University Christian, you just heard from David Penland. We'll check on them in just a second. Bolles and Bradford. Ooh, 2 local teams going at it. Closer than the experts think. Lee's out in the Panhandle. They're taking on Pensacola Escambia, home of Emmett Smith, by the way. Panhandle teams, always tough to go out there and win for our area teams. And then north of the border, that's right, we haven't forgot our friends up there in Georgia. We've got Ware County taking on Buford. We've got Glenn Academy taking on, if you put an R there, it'd be Dracula, but it's not. And Brunswick and Harrison. But let's get things started with our game of the week.
From the hits to the Hail Marys to the plays that led to victory. This is the Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week, presented by McGowan Medical Centers.
And there they are, University Christian standing in their way. McClay out of Tallahassee. And we got the action for you early as quarterback Brent Hutchin to Kennan Milford, and oh dear, McClay jumps up 7-0. Hang on, UC will get it going. How about we go to Jamar Fudge? And oh, he almost didn't get touched till he got into the end zone. Tied at 7. A little bit later, Ryder Popel makes it 14-7. Oh boy, UC fights back. How about the quarterback, DeCerio Riles, just a freshman, but playing like a senior. Takes it in, we're tied at 14. And how about DeCerio to Marquez Molds? Oh my goodness, is he open. And that ball was dropped in there, 21-14. And then Riles to Jerome Manning. No relation to Peyton, Eli, and Cooper. Touchdown, it's 28-14 at the half. Let's move on now to the second half. And in the second half, Orel Gray, touchdown time. That one made it 35-14, and then hang on for dear life, UC. McClay fought back, tried an onside kick with under a minute to go. UC recovers. They hang on and win it by a final score of 35-28. Brent catching up with coach.
Another big win for University Christian. They're on to the state Final Four. David Penland, his 88th win here in his 9th season. That matches Robbie Pruitt. Congratulations, all-time wins leader. Now at least you're tied, and if you can get another one, you'll be on to the state championship game. But first things first, you guys did some good things with some young players here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. We're banged up, man, and some of these young guys that don't really get to play during the season did a good job tonight. And they get reps in practice, and it paid off. We make sure we do that, and they stepped up when they needed to, and got the job done. A win's a win, ugly win, a great win, a win's a win. We got the win, so moving on.
That's a good football team on the other side. Orel Gray, though, I thought made some huge plays. He picks the pick near the end zone. He's a freshman, by the way, and then he has some big third down runs. On top top of a lot of other plays, but he comes up big in some big moments.
Yeah, he does a good job, and we asked him to play running back tonight because we're shorthanded, and he did a great job doing that. And you know, he does a good job. He makes plays. We know that, and he's a home run hitter. And tonight we put him between the tackles, and he got 10, 11 yards per carry and did a good job. So I'm proud of him. We got to sure some things up on defense, and it's hard for guys going both ways that really don't go both ways all the time. So he was a little winded, but he'll be all right. He's going to be a good player.
Obviously, you guys have ridden Max McClendon, didn't play tonight. You're confident you can get him back next week for the state semis?
Yeah, I almost told him at halftime, you're going to have to go, but he'll be ready. He's walking pretty well. That's what I was a little nervous about, and so he's walking well. He's playing next week. Arthur Walker's playing next week. I just got to find out what the status on Joe is, but I'm sure he'll play too. So we get our guys back, and hopefully we can grind another one out.
I don't have to ask you if you know much about Victory Christian. I think you guys all know each other well in this Class 2A, but what do you expect next week as you hit the road?
Yeah, they're going to do some RPO and run the ball, and our coaches do a good job of game planning, and I think we can run the ball on them, and we're just going to prepare like we normally do, and get healthy and practice, and practice smart this week, and it's that time, and these guys know what they're doing, so we just got to get healthy, and that's the biggest thing right now is get healthy.
Oh, that press box says 9-time state champions. They're going for number 10. First things first, they have to win a state Final Four game. David Penland gets it done, 35-28 over McClay here tonight. Dan, back to you.
All right, thanks, Brent. And that means we are set up for the next round, and there you see it. University Christian, the #1 seed in that particular part of the bracket, against Victory Christian, who beat Foundation Academy. So should be a good one. UC having to go on the road. You heard David Penland talk about how beat up they are, but good football team, and we expect them to keep on rolling and chasing that state championship. All right, a couple games at Jacksonville today. It's a short ride on Sky Action News Jacks from UC over to Bolles, where the Bulldogs, fresh off that dominating performance in the opening round, looking to keep it going tonight.
It is just a game. Play that game that you love and enjoy, and focus on your assignments, and I promise you, you're going to enjoy it afterwards.
All right, Bolles will have to beat the Bradford Tornadoes, who broke open a close game at West Nassau 1 week ago. Dogs leading by a field goal when they score the first touchdown of the night. Ben netting with the deep ball. Oh, Davis Ellis has got it behind the defense. Touchdown, Bolles up 10-0. Bradford had success moving the ball in the first half. For example, Pedro Carter, look at the time he's got, and he lets it fly for a long haul. Travis Lee hauls it in, big pickup, but the drive would stall around the 30. Tornadoes defense picking up the slack. Bolles looking ready to make it 17-0, but netting is picked across the middle by Nedro Davis, and there he goes. That's a 97-yard pick six for the visitors from Stark. 13-6 at the half. More big plays for Bradford after the break. Carter to Adante Balfour for a gain of 48 yards. Tornadoes back in business. But once again, Ben, don't break for that dog defense. They force the fumble in the red zone. Caden Fordham recovers for the home team. Bolles would add another field goal, makes it a 10-point game, and this is 4th and goal for the Tornadoes. Last chance, and the Bulldogs stop them. Bolles on to the Final Four. They get the victory by 10, closer than maybe we thought, 16-6 in a good one. Here's Stuart Weber.
Here with Coach Matt Toblin, a grind it out, get the job done Bolles victory. You guys get the job done. You beat Bradford 16-6, and you accomplish one of those goals. You get to that Final Four. You get these kids continuing to play and practice during Thanksgiving week.
And that is the biggest thing. I mean, we're having so much fun. We don't want it to end. And that the biggest gift we can have is to get to spend the week of Thanksgiving kind of making sure we're giving thanks for all the things that we have and keep playing football. I hate off season. I want to keep playing. I still want to keep practicing and playing.
Trust me, we hate the off season as well. We love it when we're out there playing. I will say that defense tonight was spectacular. They don't give up any points. The only points that Bradford gets is by their defense. What can you say about that group to really lock down once you got into the red zone? It was one of those bend, don't break kind of games.
It really was, and they were phenomenal in terms of weathering the storm. That Bradford has backs, they've got receivers, the quarterback executed, and they make plays. But to be able to say, calm down, and then make stands in the red zone, they played phenomenal. And that I could not ask for a better group in terms of the way that they're competing, the way that they get after, the way they execute assignments. We are unbelievably lucky.
Now this is year one for you at Bolles, but you did make a run all the way to state title with Ponte Vedra. How much do you draw upon that experience when you're kind of preaching to these guys and getting them ready to go week by week in the postseason?
Well, and the thing is like, look, I have experience, but Mike Barrett's been to like 10 of these. And so we're fortunate to have a great staff that has a lot of experience making runs. Coach Hoekster's played in state championships. And so we'll come together, and like everything else we do, it'll be a blending of look, what have you done in the past, what's worked? But like, look, you know, I don't know who the round 4 opponent is, but I know it's somebody really good, and we'll have our work cut out for us. But we're excited for the opportunity.
All right, the Bolles Bulldogs are moving on to the Final Four. For now, at the Bolles School, Stuart Weber, let's send it back to you.
Thank you.
Like father, like son. That's beautiful. All right, gets real for Bolles. Hello, Coco. Should be a great one coming up next week. You know, the Dash's arm is tired after a long season of providing broadcast quality video highlights from all over the area. That's correct. Sometimes it was blurry. Sometimes it was a little too bright, but it was always here on time. Tonight, with only 3 games in the area, the Dash leaning on our friends out in Tallahassee.
Dan's Dash, brought to you by the Southern Chevy Dealers. Find new roads.
Blake Butler making a trek out to Madco, Madison County, to face the Cowboys. Union County, one of the players' little brothers, helping out as a water boy. 5 minutes left first quarter. Quarterback takes a snap, hands it off, pushes through the crowd. Cowboys up 7, not too long later. Block party. You're all invited. Madco steals the ball, runs it home. 14-0, 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Madco's quarterback sends a beauty to the corner. Oh, boy. This one all Madco. Last check, 49-0. Great run by Union County. Probably went further than we think. Madco is a powerhouse in 1A. So have fun with Pahokee. Oh, yeah, that's a nice showdown. Madison County and Pahokee will do battle. That's coming up next week. Always good to see the fans of the week wherever we are. Looks like we're at the Bolles School for these crazies. They're having a good time as their Bulldogs were able to be victorious. All right, still to come, a trip to Waycross, where the Great Gators are home again tonight. Can Ware County knock off perennial playoff contender Buford? That's coming up next.
Hi, Friday Night Blitz. You are at University Christian. We have nachos and hamburgers and fries and go UC!
We're the Menendez Falcons, and this is the Friday Night Blitz. 1, 2, 3, be elite.
You're watching Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Subway Restaurants.
3rd down and 11. Robbie Davis on the stop for the Gators. All right, Gator fans.
Hey, shake it if you got it. The folks up in Waycross sure know how to bring the noise for Southern Georgia football. Milk jugs, cowbells, soda bottles, you name it. It's rattling up here at Memorial Stadium. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to head up to Georgia right now and check out some of the highlights as we had 3 games in action. Let's start and see how Ware County did. Playoffs action rolling on in South Georgia. Ware County hosting Buford, round 2. Wolves on offense to begin the game, and they stick with the ground game. Gabe Irvin is all gas and no brakes. He goes 41 yards to open up the scoring. Buford on top, 7-0. Here come the Gators with the ball, looking to respond. Thomas Castellanos drops back on 3rd down. Doesn't see anybody open, runs around hoping a receiver helps him out, but time runs out and Buford gets him down. Then more trouble for the Gators. Backed up near their own end zone. We got, oh no, bad snap. Punter tries to get it off, blocked. VJ Payne scoops and scores. 14-0 in the first half. All Wolves in the first half. Ware County down 24-0 at the break. They finally get on the board, but Buford going to win this one 34-6. Both Glenn Academy and Brunswick on the road tonight, and both seasons come to an end. The Red Terrors losing 42-20 at Dracula. It's Dracula, man. And Brunswick drops a 51-19 decision to Harrison. You know, all season long we've been giving you an exclusive inside look into the Reigns Football Historic Championship run. We call it the making of the program, and every week we gave you a sneak peek at various aspects of the Vikings' iconic history. In case you missed it, we'll get you caught up in the Reigns run recap.
Back-to-back state champions. Back-to-back.
If you only look at the recent history of the Reigns Vikings, you would know them as the first back-to-back state champions in Duval County public school history. But it hasn't been a smooth ride for as long as it may seem. When Duran Wiley took over as the head man in 2009, it took him 4 years to finally get his name in position to begin climbing the mountain.
It was a loss. It was 2013. It was the second round of the playoffs. Reigns versus Bolles. Classic. That moment there kind of changed everyone's life.
We've talked about in the past that, you know, the important part for you is to make sure that the guys that suit up on this field on Friday night, they have to be Wiley's guys, Reigns guys.
You know, I can remember Nick Saban made a comment to me one day. I said, Coach, how do you do this year in and year out? It was a simple statement. Get the right guys on the bus and get the wrong guys off.
Been an interesting 4 years with Coach Wiley and the coaching staff, but being able to play for a guy like Coach Wiley and to play for a team like this with so much history is a good feeling to have.
To me, this feels good because that's what all our school produce. That just showed us, like me, Mike Pickney, Rick Wells from all the other schools, that we can do anything that we put our mind to. So it's not all about just where you live at, your environment, what you live in. You can also step out of it.
Talk me through this moment here.
Well, I tell you what, my focus was so on the field at that particular time. I was really oblivious to all the things that were going on in the stands. To see the crowd and people rush the field when they were told not to and everything
That
else.
never works.
Oh, man, that never works. Duval showed up.
It's the Reigns Vikings! Yes, sir! Round one! So what you wait? Why would you come down? Son, you can't give a deep ball. Will wasn't over there. Will Johnson wasn't over there. So he decided, I'm going to leave my too high responsibility and come out to the flat like in the state championship game in 2015. It's something that's just like, it's a natural thing to do. You don't even think about it twice, man. And it is amazing because I can find myself walking, and if I walk too far, I stop, turn around, and I go check in. It's unbelievable. It's like a time card. You're checking in.
As you've seen in colleges, they have tap-ins or signs, and like Clemson, they got the rock. So when he brought that, I think it just changed the whole dynamics of.
I want to be remembered. Simply, I made a difference.
That's it.
That's it. I made a difference.
It has been a fun ride all year diving inside the Reigns football program. If you missed any of the episodes in our program mini-series, you can find the full videos on all of our social platforms, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and your favorite streaming devices. Well, Noam Smith on the other sideline. Like the last time Escambia and Lee met back in 1984. Let's check out some of the highlights. First possession for Lee. Cavante Doles on the run, hit by Xavier Johnson. Fumble! Recovered by Derek Teamer for Escambia. Next play, we'll say it's A.V. Smith to D.T. Gideon. Touchdown, 7-0 Gators. A lot of Gators in this state. After the Gators force a punt, Smith in the flat to JoJo Blackman. Touchdown, and oh boy, Escambia rolling. They're up 14 to, oh man, he went right through them. That's, oh, goodness gracious. And O.J. Small is not going to be happy with that. Hang on. Smith pass interception, return for a touchdown, and all of a sudden, we got ourselves a little ball game. There you go. Lee coming back, breaking tackles, taking it in. Second quarter, Lee deep in their own end zone. Quarterback Cal Zaraz sacked in the end zone. That's a safety, made it 16-7. 23-7 Escambia. Last check, Escambia winning fairly comfortably. It looks like they are going to move on in the 6A bracket. We'll try to get you an update. Winner gets Tampa Gaither also victorious tonight. High school career is over for most, but a select handful of local players still have one more game to go before heading to college, including Oak Leaf's dynamic duo, Jalen Rivers, Chance Williams, today receiving their Under Armour All-American jerseys. They'll join Sandalwood's Jeff Sims in the game on January 2nd. Local players in the Under Armour game, nothing new. Last year, Jeremiah Payton from Fletcher, now at Miami. Joey Gatewood played in the game before heading to Auburn, still waiting to hear his next destination. Trinity has had plenty of representation, including 3 guys in the 2015 game, Kendrick Norton, Kevin Tolliver, and Jeff Hammond. And before that, Sandalwood's DeMarcus Walker, now with the Denver Broncos, also playing in that game. Hey, more to come on the Blitz, including the play of the day. I want to remind you there is more of the Blitz at 11:20 on CBS 47 and Fox 30. Blitz it through the highlights of the night. Also, you can catch this show on Facebook at any time. Hey, we say hey to Daniel Murphy checking out the Bolles game tonight. And, of course, the legend was there. Corky Rogers on hand to see the Bulldogs in action.
We are the Middleburg Broncos, and this is Friday Night Blitz.
Welcome to the Berg, baby.
You're watching Action Sports Jax Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Subway Restaurants.
That's what the Jags say when they see that sign. Next time you drive to Yulee, you'll be thinking of former Hornet running back Derrick Henry. The sign unveiled last week. Henry was there for the occasion, thanks to a Tennessee bye week. We spent the whole night combing through the best highlights from across the area. Each week we select just one as our play of the week.
The play of the week is brought to you by Farrah and Farrah.
And in the losing effort, Bradford, Nedro Davis, 97-yard pick, 6 to the house. Bolles gets the win, but Davis gets our play of the week. So who should our player of the year in 2019 be? There are a few of the candidates. Jordan Smith from Columbia, quarterback. Carson Beck, a Mandarin. Miles Montgomery, Fletcher, running back. Fred Davis, a second. Trinity, defensive back. You can go on Twitter and let us know who you think should get the honor. We'll unveil all the winners on our yearly award show. We call them the Blitzies. They've become quite the popular thing. This year's edition will be on December 14th in place of Action Sports Jax Primetime on that Saturday night. You may want to circle your calendar right now, because we are now down to two teams left, Bolles and University Christian, and that's it, man. And we still got a couple weeks to go, so we need those teams to keep going, go get us a state championship for Jacksonville FLA. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Let's close with, I love the music. We love the bands. We love the pageantry of high school football. Thanks for hanging out with us all season long. Have a great night, everybody.
Thanks for watching the Action Sports Jax Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Subway Restaurants.